Hard to believe, but we're already on our last segment of the Travel Michigan radio program. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with Michelle Benash. And Michelle, where are we headed to next?
We are headed to Mackinac Island, and one of the things Mackinac Island is iconic for is the fact that there are no cars, so there's horse-drawn carriages, and people travel by horse. And so they have this fantastic festival, the Festival of the Horse. And here to tell us all about that is the chairperson of the festival, Marianka Alexander. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Michelle and Dave. I'm really excited to be here. Absolutely.
So can I just start by saying I'm looking at some pictures on the website and I see horses in tuxedos, and that makes me so happy. Why are the horses in tuxedos?
Well, it's wonderful. It's a musical cur that we did, and we have done that for about 2 or 3 years now for the festival. And actually, the festival is going on into its 5th year, which is really exciting to be so popular and growing. But the tuxedos is from the music Tacos Putting on the Ritz. And so what we did was a musical format to that and doing different movements with walk, trot, and canter, which really makes it exciting. So it was one of the things that we did while we were up during the Festival of the Horse. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, this is really a unique festival. If you look at Michigan, you will find our horse culture really all over the state, from the kind of traditional kind of country and western type of environments to the trails that we have in Michigan. And then, of course, as Michelle mentions, Mackinac Island has its very unique history with horse culture. Is that kind of the reason why Mackinac Island was chosen for this festival?
Well, it is truly, yes. Back in 1898 was when the ordinance happened on the island to not allow cars on the island itself. Now, of course, we do have a couple because of ambulances and things like that, but everything else is either walk, bike, or horseback. And over the years, people have loved coming to the island for the horses. They see the wonderful carriages, take private carriage tour, or go on a trail ride and what have you. And we've got over 70-some miles of trails on the island. And one of the things that we've discovered over the years that many people would say, well, we don't see a lot of private cottagers on their horses. Well, no, because we go on the trails. We're in the backwoods. We don't go on the streets of Mackinac, usually during the day.
Yeah.
And here's an opportunity to see the cottagers and the private owners of the island go and bring their horses of over 18 different breeds and showcase them in one setting. And that's a 4-day festival to showcase what we are all about, in addition to the wonderful opportunities to ride and take a carriage tour on the island. So it's a unique opportunity to see a Western rider, to see an English rider, to see hunter jumpers, all in one menu.
So
and that has never been done before.
So these are all horses that are always on the island. These aren't people bringing their horses to the island.
No, actually, these are people bringing their horses on the island. I bring my Frisians in May or June, and they stay behind my place until September. And then I load them up onto a barge with my truck and trailer, and then we haul them back off. So most of these horses that folks will see during the festival are horses that are only here during the summer months, that are in their backyards, that you, as a tourist or a guest coming to the island, don't normally see. If they do, they're lucky.
Yeah,
they really are.
And you have several special events. Maybe we can talk about some of them. I happened to be invited last year to be in your carriage parade, which was a lot of fun. And I was just shocked at how beautiful and kind of the variation of the types of carriages that were represented in that parade. Tell us about that.
Oh, absolutely. You will again find these carriages are carriages from the late 1800s, early 1900s that you'll be seeing. And they are, in beautiful carriage houses behind the homes on the island. And they do come out throughout the year. But again, oftentimes many of the guests don't get to see them. So here they are, polished and cleaned up with the 18, 19 different breeds that are on the island. And you'll see Hackneys during the parade. You'll see Frisians during the parade. You'll see the beautiful draft crosses all glistening. and in the carriages. And so they will all come out on one menu coming down Front Street, starting out at Mission Point at 7 o'clock this would be then on August 9th in the evening, and they're all coming through town, so everyone gets to see them in one setting. And then behind the carriages, you will see a number of saddle horses, and that'll include saddle horses from Jack's livery, from Cindy's livery, that folks usually can take a saddle, trail ride on. And then also the cottagers that don't necessarily go on a carriage, they'll be saddled up with their horses that you can see during the festival also, and that'll be showcased in the evening with them on horseback. So it really makes it nice because you get to see them all at one time. That's pretty cool.
I can't think of many communities that have their own equestrian center. And on Mackinac Island, you have this brand new equestrian center. Will some of the events take place there?
Yeah, they will, actually, Dave. We have, of course, one of our featuring clinicians coming and show people is Double Dan. And they are from Australia, and they are absolutely phenomenal. And what they can do with their horses is like if you know what to do with your dog, make them sit, make them, do a number of things. Stand on them and walk, trot, canter, bareback. It's phenomenal. And they're going to be doing a clinic on Thursday afternoon at 4:15, which would be August 8th, right at the Mackinac Community Equestrian Center. And the students of the island will be able to participate with their horse with this clinic right there. So guests coming to the island can come and watch it. And the information that you'll see and the knowledge that will be gained is phenomenal. So that's going to be there. And then Saturday evening after the All Breeds show on Saturday afternoon, there's going to be a meet greet. So you can meet Double Dan. You can meet Betsy Van Dyke, who's a USDF gold medalist dressage rider, bringing her warm blood imported from Europe that she's going to be showcasing at the festival. And so you'll get to meet them and learn about what we offer at the Equestrian Center and the lessons that we can give for people and the horses that you'll get to see there. So it's a dream come true with the Equestrian Center that has been a long time in process to develop and make it happen. So we're excited about that too.
For visitors to the island, what sort of interaction will they be able to have with these horses, or is it mostly just kind of watching?
Well, we have Kids Day on Thursday, so it's going to be free. The kids can learn about different horse parts and games and things like this. And we're going to be doing a rehearsal that Thursday afternoon. And what we have found over the last 5 years is that people do want to get up close and personal to the horses. And with some of them, you can do that. With our Friesians that we have, they love attention. And so for some of the folks, they want photo ops. And so they'll come up and can we get our picture taken? And we say, oh, absolutely, and then my Regina will put her head down and everyone will be taking pictures. And so with some of the different breeds, you'll have an opportunity to do that after the show. But you got to kind of course, be careful with that, but they can get up close and personal and talk to them and pet their heads and things like that. So that makes it really nice, in addition to seeing the phenomenal breeds that we do have here on Mackinac Island.
Well, it looks like a great opportunity to really help to share the equestrian culture that we have here in Michigan, especially on Mackinac Island. I do see that among the many activities, you have pony rides for $5 for kids and so many other cool things. So it looks like there are some great times to be had with horses on the Mackinac Island Festival of the Horse during the big festival, August 8th through the 11th. Recommend people check out the website for more information. It is Mackinac Island Festival of the Horse. I want to thank Marianka Alexander, chairperson of the Festival of the Horse, for filling us in and all that. And really, it's going to be a great time, as it always is at Mackinac Island. Always a special place to go to, but maybe no more so for horse fans than during the Festival of the Horse. Well, that is all the time we have for the Travel Michigan radio program for this week. On behalf of George Zimmerman, back at the office, and Michelle Benash and myself, I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and also thank Mark Blackwell for engineering today's program. And we'd like to please invite you to join us next week right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at michigan.org.